And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, and making money doing all those things. Hopefully. It's not a guarantee, but it's something we do to make money in our world. Let's see. So first, let's get into the risk disclaimer so I could touch on that and mention that it is not a guarantee. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. I have held NFA registration in the past for whatever that's worth. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And then the CFTC risk disclosure goes like this. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. So before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So with that, let's go ahead and get into what could be happening this week and what is going to be happening this week. We'll go to Forex Factory, which is a very popular Forex channel on the internet. Probably the most popular one as far as I know. I've been on it for 15 years now, I guess. But at any rate, let's see. So this week we have, oh, that was last week. I was checking to see what the ECB did on their rate decision. They held at 2.15%, which that's a weird number to me, but then that's what they do, the Europeans. So first we have the Swiss CPI going on. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't trade the Swissy, so we're not going to get into that. The dollar, the ISM PMI might be the best indication of what we have for employment since the government shutdown. Let's put this up here. Yes, the government shutdown is 32 days, so we're entering day 33 right now. So that's going to be exciting. We do have elections in the United States on November the 4th, so they may seek a settlement after November the 4th. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed on that. But we have, what does that mean to us? It means that over here, we have the Forex, we have the Aussie rate decision on Monday night. If you trade the Aussie, then that's something that you might want to watch. They're expected to hold. Tuesday, we have the Kiwi, the New Zealand rate decisions. That'll affect the Kiwi trade. I do not trade that one. There's not enough liquidity in it to make me happy. I tried trading it once and it blew my. It just no. I need a lot more liquidity than the Kiwi versus the dollar offers. And then we have ADP non-farm employment change. That might be the largest indication we have of what's going on with the economy because during the government shutdown, the Bureau of Labor Statistics is closed, and that means that means we don't get this. We do not get what's down here on Friday. We don't get non-farm payroll change. We're not going to get. We are going to get core PCE, I think. Maybe not. But then I think that's going to be for September, not for October, because there's going to be a month delay in it. And then after that, we don't know what we're going to get as far as that goes. We do have the Canadian unemployment change, which will be interesting. If you're trading the Canadian, I am certainly watching it. The loonie versus the dollar, and then the British. The Bank of England's monetary policy report and their rate decision comes out on Friday, and they're expected to hold. On Thursday, and they're expected to hold too at 4%. So with that, let's go ahead and see what happens with the Fed watch. See what's going on. This is the latest refresh on this. So we were up here at 95% chance of a December rate cut. Now it's coming down to 63% chance because the Fed is flying blind right now because they do not have any information on labor, and that's one of the main components of what's going on with the Fed and how they do things. So let's go right into here and let's start looking at our charts. See what we've got. We have the DXY right here. Let's turn off the Bollinger Bands because I love Bollinger Bands, but for all practical purposes, see the weeklies are holding up, including the dailies are also holding up very nicely. And then we have the 4 hour. They are also, well, let's make it so we can see it. holding up. Now we're expecting much more bullish, even though that is a bearish engulfing candle. We are looking for, it's not quite a bearish engulfing candle. We need to come down a little bit more, about down to here to a bearish engulfing, which could be an indication of a turn of a reversal, but it's also on Friday's weak volume, and Friday's volume was very weak. We'll see what happens with that. The 252-day moving averages are trucking right along, and then also looking for it to break 100. If it breaks 100, it could go to 102. Could go higher. That's kind of a dumb thing to say, but yeah, it could. This is bullish confirmation right here at 99.84, according to Michael Boutros. So we'll see what happens with that. If we have continued strength in the yen, let's check our trend lines. Monthly trend line. Oh, look at that. Monthly trend line. Monthlies are looking good, forming a nice wedge. Nice, nice bullish type wedge right there. So in about a couple of years, we could have the euro take off. How about that? Let's see. We don't want to trade that far out, so we're not going to. Daily support trend lines. So where do they go? One right here, I think. Yep. Daily resistance trend line looks good. Daily support trend line has been broken. Question is, do we want to redraw that? I don't want to redraw that yet. I'm going to wait for it to come down to here, and then we'll redraw it after that. It'll probably come off of here and go to wherever it falls to, because I'm not really sure where it's going to go yet. Also, this is looking like a nice trading channel right here. So we're looking for the 4-hour trend lines are going to be more important to us. So I'm not going to redraw the daily trend line on that one. To my could be to my detriment, but I doubt it. So we're going to come in here, and the 4-hour trend lines also look good. And again, like I mentioned on the daily chart, it's forming a very nice downward channel. So we could see a lot of very nice trading on the euro. Dollar versus the yen. I currently have a trade right here going long at 154. I'm expecting it to break out this next week to continue this bullish rally this next week, and I've got my money where my mouth is on that one. Let's go to the monthly resistance trend line. Looks good. Oh, it's bounced right up against monthly resistance. If it overtakes monthly resistance, it could be a nice little rally up to 160. Then it's kind of a dumb thing to say. If it continues to go higher, it could go higher. Well, yeah. So we're not going to consider that as analysis. However, it already has broken the monthly trend line. So how about that? Bullish target is 153.84. It is above that too. Closed, yeah, well above that. It's at 154.12. So considering looking for this to go break out further. And 4-hour support trend line, 4-hour resistance trend line is toast. That's just not even funny anymore. Bounced off of that candle right here, so we're going to pull this one up here because that's pretty close to a reversal that's within that trend. And again, it's making a very nice channel right there. I'm going to put up a what you call it, a pitchfork on that to see what happens with that, but we'll do that a little bit later. In fact, let's go back down to the weekly, see if we can't draw a pitchfork on that, make it even more cluttered. Boom, boom. Well, we haven't finished that yet. Boom, boom, boom. That might do it. Pitchfork, and boom, boom, boom. I don't like that. We'll take that out for now. So we are looking for the bullish, more bullish on the dollar yen. On the pound versus the dollar, we have a lot more going on. Monthly resistance looks good. The monthly support trend lines look good. We'll hold both those in there, and that's forming a nice little wedge. It will may come to fruition a lot sooner than we think, on July 26th. So we will see what happens with that. So getting a long-term bullish concept on that, but it's weakening right now. So we're looking for it to weaken possibly down to this level, down to 128. That's the monthly support trend line. Let's go into the, let's see if it still respects that daily. I skipped a weekly on my analysis because I don't have any weekly trend lines. But that is a doji right there. That's the closing candle on Friday. So we could see a bounce on that. And it's right at support too. So we could see a strong bounce on the pound versus the dollar tomorrow. Or tonight, depending on how you look at it. For our support trend line, again, same thing as with the euro. I'm not going to redraw that trend line because something's suspicious about that. Something just doesn't, I don't know why, but I've got a gut feeling that says it's going to rally. And it might be that giant doji on the daily candle that indicates that it's going to rally above support here, and possibly get up above this 4-hour trend line just right here. It's possible. You never know what's going to happen in the world of Forex. Pound versus the yen. Let's go back to our weekly. This is not a whole lot going on here. There's a lot of, monthly. Look at the monthlies from here. I think my monthly resistance trend line used to be a straight line unless this is it. Oh, that's monthly resistance right there. Okay. And it is holding. So we'll go down to daily. And dailies right here. Daily support and resistance trend lines look good. Our 4 hours do not. We're going to 4-hour support trend line is right here. I think I do want to pull this one right over here. That one right above here. I don't like that at all. I think we're going to leave that right there. Yeah, so it's kind of a falter right there, but that's okay. So we'll keep our 4-hour trend line right there. Not a whole lot of direction or conviction in the pound versus the yen, so I'm staying away from that lately. Dollar versus the CAD, again, lots of weird conviction. I have a hard time wrapping my mind around what's going to happen with the dollar versus the yen, so we're not going to talk about that. We're going to come back here and see if our trend lines are holding up first. Monthly support trend lines look good. Very nice bullish indicator on there too. That triangle on the monthly support trend lines. Monthly support and resistance trend lines. Dailies also look good. Yeah, dailies look good. And let's go down to the 4-hour. And 4-hour trend lines right here. 4-hour support is right there. That one's whack, as the kids would say. Because this needs to come down here. And I'm not as much of a fan as taking this one way up there, but I will. And the 4-hour support trend line is right. Is that it? No, it's daily. Which was 4-hour resistance trend line? Let's back out and see if I can find it. Oh, it's way over here. Yeah, that one definitely needs to be redrawn. That's not even in the picture anymore. There we go. Again, forming a nice little descending channel right there. I don't think it's going to hold up though. I'm looking for it to break out on US dollar strength. So we're not going to worry about that right now. CAD versus the yen. Again, reflective of the oil trade. And lately I like oil. I don't trade it, but I like it. Our whole worlds depend on it. All of our worlds depend on it, so it's got to be a very important thing. Okay, so that is the monthly resistance and support trend lines look good. Daily. Daily support and resistance trend lines look good, although it could have a daily breakout right there, or just a touch. I think we're going to call that a touch since the daily close was underneath that trend line. And here we have the 4 hour. The 4 hour trend lines look equally good. No, they don't. That looks terrible. 4 hour chart, let's go ahead and pull that one up there. And there we have it. Okay, so let's go to the Aussie real quick. Aussie, I don't trade the Aussie, so this one's not important, not as important to me. But it is somewhat important. Maybe I should trade the Aussie. Monthly resistance support trend lines look good. Daily. Daily support and resistance trend lines also look good. A couple of breaks right there, but nothing to sustain or show any direction of any kind for that matter. And here we have the 4 hour trend lines. 4 hour support and resistance trend lines. This should be the 4 hour. And that one looks awful. Yep. So we're going to take this one and move it over here to that swing high right there, and take this one. Is that touch point right there? Put it about right there. I think if I can find this one and put it on top again. There you go. Really strong resistance right here on the Aussie. So that's right now it's right in the middle. So we're certainly not going to trade it when it's right in the middle of the range. You don't know what direction it's going to go in. Dollar versus gold. Here we go. Gold is a mess. Gold is we got a lot of work to do on gold. We could take this pitchfork out since it's completely violated that. And what else? Let's go to the monthly. Monthly support and resistance trend lines look great because it hasn't really done anything on that one yet. It's come down, but not enough to really form any specific patterns. Probably have to make that larger so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, it's still up on the month. Don't have a red candle on the month yet, but that'll be exciting should that change. 2 weekly down candles. How about that? It looks like that. Right on bullish validation at 4,000. We'll see how valid continues to close on that. Weekly support trend lines look good. No weekly resistance trend line because up until this past week there hasn't been any resistance. So past 2 weeks there hasn't been any resistance on gold. For our resistance trend line, that's looking a little weird. We'll perch out where we get there. Daily looks good. It's right down here. And again, no daily resistance to see if it happened until 2 weeks ago, so we're not going to worry about a daily resistance trend line because it's a fantastic move. 4 hour resistance. We're just going to redraw that one. And come over here to the ray and go boom and boom. And we'll call this one resistance. Okay, so that's our new 4 hour resistance trend line on gold. Again, it's coming to decision time on gold. See what direction it's going to go in. Probably up, is my guess. However, we could have a complete market change with an agreement between the dollar and or between the U.S. and China, which could drive gold further south, as it doesn't look like World War III to some people. So it won't be World War III. If the World War III does break out, we don't have to worry about Forex anymore. That's awfully pessimistic, but nuclear weapons do that. Let's see. Daily resistance and support on silver looks good. We won't talk about that. This is all my life we've been dealing with that, including when I was in the Navy. So, and this is 4-hour resistance, right? Yep. We're just going to delete that one. That one's not even valid anymore. Delete. And we'll start a new one right here. Here's here. And again, just like gold right there. And we'll call it 4-hour resistance. So there we have it. So there we have our new trend lines drawn. I've also watched a couple of videos from StoneX, which is the parent company of Forex.com. And that is who I trade my live accounts with. And they are called. I've got a couple of videos I'm going to put in the description down below that give you more details on the weekly look ahead from a couple of people I used to follow. And I just rediscovered them again. John Kicklighter from StoneX went back. He used to be with NeelyFX, and so did James Stanley and Michael Boutros until they exited the until NeelyFX exited the American market to focus on European and other countries because of the regulatory environment in the United States. So with that. That's all I've got for today. If you like this video, then by all means, click the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified of when I put new videos out. And lastly, if you have any comments, by all means, comments. I'd love to hear your comments, see what you think, good, positive, or negative, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, we also have the Audacity Capital Traders Cup starting up. Here's the leaderboard for the overall leaderboard. For that, here are my results down here. I'll be showing results on this too. And also, here we go. So we're looking forward to this. We'll see what happens. And in the meantime, you guys have a great one. Talk to you later.